position 18 months ago, we talked about the need to save American lives. And the president said, be relentless. And he was talking not only in saving lives from the drugs that are pouring into our country from overseas, but we talked about the need to help people who are suffering from an addiction. And I'll never forget that conversation because you were focused on the lives of everyday Americans throughout our country, in urban areas, through rural areas, and said, we bring a whole of government approach. And as you heard today, that is certainly the approach that Secretary Azar has done, Kellyanne Conway with getting the message out, with the First Lady talking about children. And so it's a great honor to be here and to represent, as I go around the country, the views of this president that the most paramount thing that we can do is save American lives. And we're doing that again yet today. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Great job. You've done a great job. So we've all done a very good job, and I think numbers that nobody would have believed when we started, but there's a lot of dedication. I do want to thank Joe and Kellyanne and everybody for what you've done. I want to thank the First Lady. It's been very important to her. She saw it very early on. I think we can say Kellyanne, and it was a very, very important thing. Just envisioning the tremendous problems within families caused by not only opioids, but drugs generally. It's a disaster. And it's, as I said before, it's all over the world. It's a problem all over the world. But we're hitting it very hard, and I think we're hitting it very effectively, more effectively than anybody would have thought possible. And we have some things happening and some things coming out. We're spending a great deal of money, at my request, on finding a painkiller that's not addictive, where people go out and they have a minor problem, they go to a hospital with a broken arm or a bad back, and they come out and they're drug addicted, and they have bigger problems than they ever thought possible. Literally at the end of a week, their whole lives are messed up, destroyed. And we're setting rules and regulations that have had a tremendous impact. So I just want to thank all of you folks, Secretary, for the job you've done. It's really been incredible. The success has been great, but the real success will be, I think, over the next few years. I think we'll be doubling and tripling our numbers up. And if we do that, we're going to go from having a really big problem to having a much smaller problem. I guess there'll always be something out there, but it'll be a much, much more manageable, smaller problem. And we'll have saved a lot of lives and helped a lot of families, and we'll help people live a normal life as opposed to the kind of hell they're living through right now. So I appreciate you being here. Any questions, please? Yeah, John?